What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to check out the Abe Sapien maquette. This is by Cinema Maquette, ECC, Elite Creature Collectibles. They have started a Hellboy 2 line. So Abe Sapien, the water creature, the super smart guy from the movie. So you have to log in to see pricing. Well, let me log in. Alright, so this is still in the early bird. But it's $22.99, 150 ES. Now this is cheaper than like a J&D. Well, J&Ds are about this price. This is 32 inches tall. J&D is usually 26 inches tall. Most of that is due to the base, plus the character is a little bit larger. But check it out. Alrighty, that's better. So we saw this at Monsterpalooza as well as a few other events, but it wasn't painted. But we saw it at Monsterpalooza recently, painted up. There's a few videos out there. But overall, I think this looks really good. Apparently, every single part in here is like individual, like you could take it out. Like his toolbox. So I think that's really cool and neat. Very attention to detail by ECC, and they're very good at that. And most likely it's going to be mixed media on like his clothing here. They generally do mixed media. The costume is like okay, it's nothing really special or like super unique or cool looking. The cool part is obviously going to be the skin because he's like a fish dude. So like that portrait's very unique. He has like the giant fish eyes with his goggles and then like his water breathing since he doesn't breathe air. The hands look really cool and highly detailed. They use translucent resin on all their, bust and statues. So it just comes out to looking better, in my opinion, than your typical, standard resin. And what you see is pretty much what you're going to get with ECC. Their prototype to production is, like in the very high 90s. It's not as drastic as a drop as like Sideshow or PCS. They're very good when it comes to production. And they're typically quicker. So check out the base. So this is from the Tooth Fairy scene at the very beginning of the movie. Very cool scene, keep in mind. And I think this is a very cool touch, to give that feeling of the building. I don't exactly remember what this is, but I think it was the contraption to catch them, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the contraption to catch them. It's been a minute since I've seen the movie. 13 inches wide and deep. So it's, a tall statue. Like, theoretically, this could go bottom garage shelf, but the head would be dangerously close and you wouldn't get a good angle. So I'd say it's a better top shelf statue. You do get glass eyes. The Special Agent Abe toolbox. There's an LED effect in the oxygen supply and eyes. COA signed by Guillermo del Toro, which is really cool. Made to order. So made to order means like the max they're going to make is 150. However, let's say they only get like 77 pre-orders. That's all they're going to make. They're not going to do 150 and there's going to be extras. So, yeah. We will reach our edition size or not. The cutoff date is July 5th. So you have, a few weeks. Generally, they don't even do like a deposit. Like you pre-order it and then you just pay it in full. Plus their shipping is always like for $300 to $400 with them. It's very expensive. So yeah, overall, I think this looks really good, folks. I love it. I think it is really well done. But you couldn't just get Abe Sapien. I think, like, why would you just buy him? This is not a one-off character, in my opinion. This is something you're going to want to get with their Hellboy statue. So if we go and check out, let's see if we can find a photo of the Hellboy maquette for you guys. Here in statue form, there's generally a photo. Generally, there's a photo. That's the exact pose it's from. All right, I'm going to find it, folks. Jupiter. I guess it's on the first page. All right, here we go. Goodness. So yeah, there's the Hellboy. So his base is more reminiscent of the final battle, with like the golden robot army. It looks like probably like a 10-inch diameter base. So, it is a tall piece. It looked about the same size at Monster Palooza, about 32 inches tall. So, they definitely go great together. I am a bigger fan of these 1/3s than the Hellboy busts, because they do have an Abe Sapien and a Hellboy bust. We've seen the bust, like the Hellboy bust. I mean, the sculpt is good, the details are good, but I definitely have some issues with that bust. When I look at it, I mean, the price is okay. That's their typical bust price. You're basically paying like $2,300. One, I mean, it's nearly 40 inches tall, but it's almost all base. You have very little body, no coat. Like they should at least add a coat. The base is okay, but I'm like, you could cut this out and at least add like a coat and an arm, like his right-handed Doom. I feel like it's definitely a missed opportunity. I would much rather get the 1/3s versus the busts in this situation. However, typically, I own a lot of ECC. It's always best doing the 1/3 and the bust and pairing them together because it looks so damn good. Now, of course, I would love to own this Hellboy line because honestly, for years, I've kind of waited for it. I've always wanted like a 1/3 high-end Hellboy because the Sideshow was decent, but it was definitely outdated. I love the Blitzway one. It's 1/4. It looks good. It's a good price. However, I'm definitely, a much bigger fan of 1/3. The presence alone is, plus having like the real hair and glass eyes is a huge deal. If I was to ever consider Hellboy, let's say I wanted the 2 1/3s, of course I could throw them right there if I wanted to. You'd move the girls back here, throw Hellboy over there. They would both fit and look good and follow the whole like ECC line. If I ever did get the 1/3s, I know I'd be tempted with the busts. The busts, are huge, top shelf only pieces, and it's a lot of money. So it's definitely like, dang, that'd be tough to be able to fit the busts and the 1/3s in my current setup. And I don't know if I'd really want it like a Abe Sapien bust. I feel like a 1/3 only would be good with him. You'd kind of want to do it like Hellboy 1/3, Hellboy bust, Abe Sapien. Or you could pair like the 2 busts, similar to how I did my Pan's Labyrinth. You do similar to Hellboy. The Hellboy bust, but you're doing 2 1/3s and 1 bust instead of 2 busts and 1 1/3. Typically, though, with ECC, having owned the majority of their stuff, I do prefer their 1/3s over the busts. I just find them better. Their concepts are better, and they're just more attractive to me. Their busts are amazing, no doubt. But like Freddy, Jason, Fawn, Pennywise, they're all better than their bust counterpart. So I'm definitely a big fan of this Hellboy. I would love to own it. It is pricey. I don't have space, and of course I got the girls here. Now I can put the girls here, but I'm also kind of like, what about Future Prime 1 Predator? And there's also the potential of PCS Howling and Pumpkinhead idea I've kind of thrown out there. Now, Hellboy's, I don't know if that's even considered a horror movie. I don't really think it is. It's just like an adventure movie with creatures. But then again, Pan's Labyrinth is very similar. And they're all Guillermo del Toro movies as well. I feel like Hellboy goes great in line with Pan's Labyrinth. So in terms of like cool looking creatures and Guillermo del Toro, it definitely fits. Plus of course I got Blade 2, which is Guillermo del Toro, and I'm a huge fan of his movies and work, his art style. So I definitely love to own that Hellboy. I am very tempted to get at least the 2 1/3s. They would definitely go really good right here, 32 inches tall. So, that'd be about as tall as her head. No, that's 31, so slightly taller. Boom and boom, boom, boom. That would look good. I'd, probably have to get a life size, right hand of Doom life size again if I got the 1/3. At least the hand, since I wouldn't get the bust. If I considered going down that rabbit hole, because you can assume, they're basically $2,500. You're looking at 5 G's for the pair. 5Gs for the pair, which is basically the price of Infinity Studios' Neytiri bust. And that piece is like, holy crap, impressive. Hellboy will definitely be very impressive, but it's not going to be holy crap impressive like Neytiri will be. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think of this Abe Sapien 1/3. Are you guys digging it? Anyone going to be picking it up? And are you going to pick up the whole line, or are you just going to pick up the 1/3s? Let me know in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.